Hello, hello, hello. This is Crystal. You can call me Sherpa. Welcome to Get Crystallized, where we know that clarity is power. Okay, so today, what we're going to talk about is intention. Intention. And specifically, this is related to the dollar amount that you have set in your mind in terms of what you want to earn with your business or what you want to earn in life, or that number that's just going to make your life incredible for you and your family. So the reason I started thinking about this is I was listening to some training by one of my mentors, Wesley Virgin, and it was talking about the 7 minute a day habit. And it was around setting a dollar amount, a goal that you were going to go for. And you basically just repeat that to yourself in a certain way, 7 minutes in a day, right? So I had listened to this, multiple times before, but today I was thinking specifically about my number. And my number and how significant, or is my number really, accurate? Like, how did I get to my number? So I'm gonna tell you, my number was $50,000 a month. That's how much I felt like would just be the bomb. Like, that's how much money I need to live comfortably and to really expand my business and my family and travel the world and do all these amazing things I want to do, right? But it turns out when you do further evaluation into your number, that your number may not be big enough. And this is really, really relevant for a lot of us, because you hear a number like $20,000 a month, or $30,000 a month, or $50,000 a month, or $100,000 a month, and you think, oh my gosh, that is a huge number. I'll never hit it, and that I could really be comfortable with that. But then you got to break it down. So I was listening to another guy on Clubhouse. It's a new social media platform where a lot of really successful people make themselves available via audio so that you can ask questions and listen to them. And so I always, like to listen to the, Millionaire Breakfast Club. And one of the things that one of the moderators had mentioned in terms of running a successful business is he said that you take your amount of income and you live off of 20%. Okay, you live off of 20% of your earnings, and that's how you kind of position yourself, and then you invest the rest, right? So then I started breaking it down. So I started looking at my 50,000, right? And I'm saying, okay, wow, 50,000, that's great. And I think when I first came up with the number, I was just like, well, I need X amount of dollars to pay off my house, and then I need X amount of dollars to pay off my debt, and then I want to go to, vacation 3 times in a year. So that should be about right. But let me tell you how I broke it down. So the first thing is that I didn't think about when I first set the number, that I'm now thinking about, because I'm really setting an intention and wanting to have a realistic number, and wanting also to understand that what I thought was a big number before, it's not really that big of a number. So that helps me even to mentally say, oh, okay, well, that's the number we need to get to, and then be actionable about how to get to it, right? Okay. So this is the way I broke it down. For my $50,000 a month, easily and effortlessly, I'm guessing about 28%, unless I probably will have. So let's take a look at the 50,000 and what that really looks like. Now, I picked 50,000. That's my number. And when I started to look at my number today, I was like, wait a minute, that's really not as much as I thought. And here's why. So $50,000, the first thing is, off the top, whatever governmental authority is around you or is governed by you, I'm in the US, they're going to get their money. So Uncle Sam, off the top, 28% of my $50,000, that's $14,000 gone, unless I have an amazing tax account, which I should for that kind of money. But that's off the top, right? In addition to that, I'm taking my Clubhouse millionaire advice and saying, okay, 20% of that is all that I should focus on for living expenses. I need to focus my living expenses in that 20%, which $10,000 for your living expenses is a lot of dough, right? Every month. But I'm gonna break that down as well. Then 10% in what I would call cash and liquid investments. So 10% set aside for that cash investments, emergency fund, that type of thing. 10% set that aside, okay? So then finally, 20%, wait a minute. Oh, and then the remainder to reinvest into the business or other money-making activities or income-producing activities, because once I get to $50,000 a month, I want to stay at $50,000 a month and get higher than $50,000 a month. And in order to do that, we know it takes money to make money, right? So I'm going to need to reinvest that. So when I started breaking it down, I thought, oh, that's really only $10,000 more a month. So here's where it really seems like it's not as much. Because I said, okay, the first thing I wanted to do was like, oh, I want to pay off all my debt. Well, if I structure myself this way, living off of 20%, out of that 20% is going to come my living expenses and also my debt reduction, right? And so when I started looking at that, if my current living expenses are $5,000 a month, okay, and I'm going to increase my living expenses to $10,000 a month, and I have, say, $20,000 in debt, now it's still going to take me 4 months to get rid of my debt, right? Now, you could spin it a different way and you could say, okay, well, if you take some of that 20% you set aside for reinvestment and you pay down debt, then technically that's like an income producing activity because you're not paying interest. You could argue that. But I personally would want to invest into the money-making activities that are creating money for me. So when I'm thinking about that 20%, I'm thinking of what do I need to continue to reinvest into the money machine to earn more money, not get rid of debt. So I was focused on saying, I'm going to take that amount of my living expenses and I'm going to pay down debt. So now it's going to take me 4 months to pay out all my debt. Then in addition to that, the second thing I wanted to do is I wanted to pay off my house. I really don't owe that much on my house, but say you owe a couple $100,000 on your house at $5,000 a month, that is going to take a long time to pay off, right? So when you start to take a look at these things and really be mindful about what is your life going to look like when you reach a certain goal, you're going to discover that your number is probably not big enough. Okay? Your number is probably not big enough. And so when you get to that point, that decision point, when you discover that your money that you're shooting for is not big enough, what are you going to do? This is where clarity is needed. Okay? So when you're clear on the amount that you require for your lifestyle, for the goals that you want to meet, now you can be really focused and precise about the activities you're going to engage in, and even the quantity of activities that you're going to engage in, because now you know that you have to be focused on activity to really generate that number, because in fact you want to go beyond that number. Okay, you follow me? So it's very important to set that intention. Now, once you set the intention, I think the other part that's very vitally important, which Wesley even talked about, is being able to picture what your life is like when you get to that point. So now, even at that amount for me, I know I'm going to have a couple vacations in there. And it's going to feel so amazing to take my boys on vacation, hang out, not have to worry about money, enjoy all of, I want to take them to Hawaii, to one of those, those resorts, the all-inclusive resorts. I have 2 teenage boys so they can eat however much they want to, right? And so I know that's going to happen. I know it's going to be amazing to be completely debt-free, like not owe anybody any money. Okay? Can you feel me? Like, don't have to pay anything. Car paid for, house is paid for, no debts, don't owe anyone anything. And all I can do is travel the world, enjoy and experience different things, spend time with my family, and quite frankly, meditate and hang out. I really would like to go to all the woo-woo places. So that's on my list of things to do. So then I have to really be able to visualize and connect with that every single day. So once you set your intention, it's not enough. Like I did the calculation and figured out the intention, but even then, to really do the activity and put myself out there every single day when I don't feel like it, when people are getting on my nerves, when I don't see the future, I don't see the vision, because there's days like that. If you've been in this game in terms of personal development and growing for any length of time, there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days, okay? So I need something to help me to be very crystal clear about why am I even doing this? Okay, I don't feel like doing this today. Why am I doing this again? Oh, right, we're going to Hawaii. And now I go and I look at the resort that I want to go to. And they have those pictures of the spread of the food, and I visualize myself, sitting on the beach and, with my little hat on, and I see the boys over in the distance and they are playing catch with a football. They're talking trash to each other. We got the music going. I can hear the waves in the background. I mean, I'm like really getting into it. I even, sometimes, I'm not a big fan of Hawaiian music, but sometimes I even have a little Hawaiian music in the background, right? Like, that's clarity. That's being clear. I have had, like I said in the intro to this channel, I have spent thousands of dollars on coaching. I have spent thousands of hours, quite frankly, on personal development. And never until I really connected with this concept of intention and learning how the brain works did I really begin to see what I have been missing all that time. So my message for you today in this video is really important for you to set your intention, to be very clear about it, and to be able to visualize the life that you want. Because being able to pull yourself, and let me just say this, just the fact that you are here and you have an intention to have more than you already have puts you, you must be like in the 99th percentile, because most people, they may say that they want to have a better life. They may talk about it with their friends, but most people are not willing to do what it takes. Because you know why? Not because they're bad people, not even because they're lazy, but because it takes work. It takes sacrifice. It takes you not being able to do some of the things you want to do when you want to do them, right? Who wants to sign up for that? There must be something bigger in it, okay? So the fact that you are here, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. I didn't really understand that. I thought everybody wanted to be better till I got married. My husband okay, I'm not going to go there. But anyway, the point is that if you're here and you have a desire, it is absolutely possible for you, and it will happen if you really get aligned on this concept of clarity about what you want, the intention of where you're going, and how you're going to get there. I would even say how you're going to get there doesn't even matter as much as your why, and really why you want to get there. And the training and the coaching that I received from Wesley Virgin has really helped me to get clear on that. Listen to it every day for the next 45 days. And it has really, really helped me to be crystal clear about what I'm shooting for and what I'm going for, and that makes everything so much easier. It also makes it easy to say no to stuff, right? So that's what I wanted to share in this video. I hope this was valuable for you. If this is valuable for you, go ahead and go ahead and subscribe, and then share the channel. If you can think of anyone, if you think of anyone, your success buddies who want to go to the top with you, or you want to take them to the top with you, then definitely share the information. And if you are looking for, a tool or some coaching to help you, with meditation, or to the place where you aspire to, I have some free resources. I'll put the link down below that you can access, and just take a look at them and see how possible it is that you can have a major breakthrough beyond everything that you've already done to this point. Okay? So I hope that was helpful for you, and I'll talk to you soon. And remember, clarity is power.